All right, building a flatbed for the Kodiak. Show you where I'm at so far. All right, so this is my 2006 Chevy Kodiak, four-wheel drive, 4500 truck. Had a bed on it, bed sides came up to about right there. Maybe a little higher, maybe about right there. It's where the bed sides came up to. Couldn't haul a gooseneck, couldn't haul a fifth wheel, nothing like that. So pulled it off, tried to get bedrock bed, tried to get Bradford built bed, tried to get North Star bed. Was worried about the tires not fitting because I'm going to use 36-inch tires. Change these out for some 36-inch tires. So worried about tires not fitting, worried about the way it was going to fit on the truck. It wasn't going to be long enough. Needed a few more inches to get past the hitch. I didn't want to cut that hitch off because, dang, that's a sturdy made hitch, and it's just a shame to cut that off. So I decided I was going to make one myself. Bought a 7x12 Northern Tool bandsaw, 3/16 diamond plate, 3/8 plate. We're going to use that later. 2 sheets of 1/8 thick diamond plate, some 10 gauge sheets, some 2x6 by quarter wall, 4x4 by quarter wall, 3-inch channel. I got the 4-inch channel out of the metal pile. Bought some 3x3, didn't end up needing it. I got a rod, we'll use that later. Some more 3-inch channel over here. All right, so what I've done so far is I've cut some 1/2-inch, 6-inch by 3.5-inch angle iron. 1/2-inch bolts, 1/2-inch bolts, putting the angle iron into the frame. Using existing holes, and then I had to drill holes for these 3 down the side, 1, 2, and 3. My gooseneck ball is going to go right just off center of where my traction bar comes in through there. But I wanted this to be wide enough to do something later. So I'll show you what that is here in a future video. All right. So instead of setting them on the frame rail here, and then when I made a 20-inch gooseneck well, 20-inch gooseneck well there in the middle, it was going to take up a lot of my room. I extended them out. I ain't going to bend that 1/2-inch angle iron. This is a piece of 1/2-inch plate to bolt it to the angle iron. The bolts are how you're going to be able to take the bed on and off the truck. Angle iron will stay on the truck. The 1/2-inch plate will be welded to this, which will be welded the whole frame. 3 3/8 inches from the inside of the frame rail to the inside of this 4-inch tall channel on both sides, all the way up, measured, and then used the 4-foot level, leveled everything up. So when you come right here looking at it, if that'll focus. PDC. All right. On the front, I left it 3 inches. I guess I could get a tape measure. Had that piece of plywood cut out for template. All right. That can come off now. All right. 3 inches off the wall. That's where these start on both sides. My headache rack's gonna sit on top and go up. So that 3-inch space is gonna remain because this is also an air ride cab. There's your air ride bags there and there. So the cab does move up and down. Before I got started with all this, I framed it out of wood so I could work on my angles for the back of it. You can kind of see there how the angle's going to be for the back of it. How far I needed to tuck in the front to get my headache rack on, what kind of angles those are going to be. There's where my headache rack's going to start. Got another mark down there where my gooseneck ball is going to be. Did it all out of wood first. Cheaper, a little easier to saw and nail and re-nail, and didn't have to do as much grinding. So you got the same thing over here. Just got these real heavily tacked so that I can pick it up and I'll move it back there onto my sawhorses, and that's where I'll finish welding those out at. So that's where I am right now. I'm gonna cut up some more of this 3.5 inch channel to cut it to size, and then tack those on. I'll at least get this back area and the front area, and then I may go ahead and get the 2 in the middle. There's gonna be 10 stringers going across that's going to hold the 3/16 decking up time it's all said and done. So I may just put one here, one of these 2 over the gooseneck well, and then one on the back, and then I'll move it back and measure the rest of them off of that. So I'm going to set y'all up somewhere and we'll keep working, keep cutting. All right. All right. So there's my frame. What I'm trying to do the outline of here. What I gotta find out is how wide I need to make these runs. Get the camera to see, right? Need to figure out how long to make that one and how long to make that very first one up there. All right. Looks like 79 inches should do. So let's go ahead and get our saw set up. Cut the first one at 79 inches. I'll just spin y'all that way. looking at 27 3/4 from the outer frame to the outside of the tire. All right, let's verify on the outside. I love that saw. That saw is awesome. That saw is awesome. 27. It is a 1/16 difference. 16 ain't gonna matter among friends. I mean, it is. No, it's a 32nd. I can move this a little bit and make that up. All right, 27 3/4. 27 3/4 plus 27 3/4 is a big number that I need to go get my calculator for. Calculator that all the teacher said we would never have with us. Let's get the calculator our teacher said we'd never have. 27 plus 27 plus 1.5. 55 and a half. 55.5. That is dead on 38 inches. Plus 38. 93 and a half, which is exactly what that was over there. However, no, I think that might be right. We're gonna measure what the steps are outside to outside real quick. It'd be real nice to have another hand. Like really, really nice. One of my interns, I had to take one of my interns inside. It was bedtime for one of my interns. And the other intern is not here right now, so I don't have any interns. Those are kids, by the way. Gwen, Wyatt, that's y'all. Okay. So I want, that is 96 and a half. So I do want my fenders to stick out two inches further than my wheel wells. I hope I didn't ruin that tape. Let's put it in the vise just to be sure. All right, I want my fenders to stick out. Stainless steel fenders stick out 2 inches further than my wheel wells. So, I'm going to stick out 2 inches further than my wheel wells. It's 27 3/4. What did I say that was? 96 and a half. 8 foot and 1/2 inch wide. So we got 55 plus 38 is 93. 55 and a half plus 38 is 93 and a half. And I'm gonna go to 96 and a half. So 93, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I need to cut these outsides We're at 96 and a half, so we're gonna back up 4 inches. Yes, we're gonna back up 4 inches. It's 95 and a half, 94 and a half, 93 and a half, 92 and a half. Leaves us 2 inches on both sides. So if we cut these top bars 92 and a half, that will let our sides come down, and we will stick 2 inches out with our stainless steel fenders. Did y'all follow that? Did I follow that? Because I'm making this for me. So, I already forgot. I gotta look at the tape measure. It helps. 92 and a half. 94 minus 4. 96 minus 4 is 92 and a half. Because we 96 and a half minus 4. 92 and a half. 92 and a half. 92, 1/2. Alright, let's go cut one of those. And then we need one that is not quite. We'll cut one. Ooh, this is a little bit narrow. This one's 38, 37 3/4. That one's 38. What is it up here? 38. 38. 37 and 7/8. I might have to cut that a little bit. I might have to cut that well and pull it this way a little bit. Let's check these. 3. And 3/4. Now these frame rails are probably not quite exactly square. That is 3 3/4. Let me clamp something and measure it from this hitch. We'll see what it is there. I think I've got, yeah, I've got it square. Right here. So the inside of the hitch is 22 and 1/8 to the driver's side of the hitch from this side. To the inner side is 19 and 1/8. Let's see this one. That is 19. And 9/16. Call it 5/8. Yep. That's got to go that way. Alright. Ain't nothing to it but this. That's the 92 and a half. $92 and a half. Now, back to what we were doing. We need one here. Alright, it is what it is. That's 37 and 3/4. I want to take a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch on both sides off. So that's going to be 36 and a half. 37 and a half. 37 3/4. 37. 36 and a quarter. Sorry. 36 and a quarter. $36 and a quarter. This is blue diamond. You just want to make the knives, just lay out fluid. And a leather pin, so it'll spread easily. I don't have to worry about that little brush. I know machinists can be very mad that I did. Not a machinist. Let's get that piece and set it up here. Tack it on. I want the underside when I flip it. Alright, so there's that piece. Tack the end, ain't going nowhere. Let's come up here. Look at y'all over here. Inches. 79 inches. 38 inches. 79 minus 38. Be 20 and a half inches. I think. We'll start there. And see where we go. Now let's see how good this is. That is 20 and a quarter. 20 3/8. Now it's 20 7/16. 20 7/16. Let's check this side. Back to 20 1/2. Let's check this out. That is it. Can't see with the helmet on, can't put the head close enough. You went the wrong way, dummy. Dummy, you went the wrong way. Misfire. Let's try again. That is good enough. All right, welded in, take 2. Okay. Now, next order of business, metal. All right, we'll move y'all to the front. We'll look back this way. Okay. All right. Now this gooseneck ball is right here. I still have a very faint line where the gooseneck ball was. So before I lose that, let me measure out to there. It is 59 inches from the front, 62 inches from the back, right? Nope, 59 inches from the back. Damn, that's exactly the middle. It's almost like I planned it that way. 59. 59. All right, so 59 to the inside is going to sit that way. To the inside it's going to be, it's going to be 10 inches less than 59, so I need to go to 49. Okay. Yeah, 49 to the inside. Just had to think it through. Just had to think it through. Let's figure out our halfway point on our distance from both sides here. So this is 92 and a half. That is 38. 92 and a half minus 38 is a number that I don't want to figure out. 54 and a half. No, that ain't right. Divide that by 2. 27 and a quarter. That's a whole lot closer. It makes sense because these up here, it's on the front, are smaller. Ooh, I couldn't have set that more perfect. I'd try. 27 and a quarter. Let's take it. I really need my scribe. I swear it was in here. It's supposed to be in there. Ah! There's a little metal. Make a little scribe line. Carbide scribe. Ouch. Double check this one. 49. Now I go 27 and a quarter. Let's put that up there. $27 and 1/4. Back on the scribe line. I'm a 1/4 inch off again. $27 and an 8. $27 and a half. $27 and a half. That's it. And this one does have to be perfectly vertical because this is going to be the front side of the gooseneck well. What do you think? We're on video. You want to go to the back and say hi?
What Brother Boy did.
Brother Boy helped. He was welding. I sent you a picture.
I know.
I didn't let him actually burn anything, but.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I will. I did it today. Where'd my other cowboy tank go?
I'm sure he loved.
He loved the welding. He definitely loved the welding.
Right here? This?
No, the cowboy tank. Looks like that one.
Oh. This one.
Nope.
Nope, that's not true.
Where did I put that? Right there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take her into her bed.
Okay.
She found the other one. She found another one right here on the step.
Yeah, that one doesn't work very well.
I'm gonna go get her knee doctored up, and she's tired, so.
Okay. I'm gonna weld this in, and then I cut another one or two. I'm just gonna start building it out. I got a few pock marks on the paint, but not terribly many. What I may do is flip that plywood upside down, and just drill a hole in it and tie it back to these racks. But I'll put the blanket in between and then that.
Yeah.
Just to protect it. But I don't really want to build it on here, but I'd like to get it all tacked on here. And then
you can just take off the bolts and set it over there and build it.
Yeah. Because once I get the frame, everything else off of that will be cut off of this. So, until I get to the wheel wells, and then I'll have to
put it back.
Put it back.
All right. Let me get her to bed.
Okay.
Next one is the doctor in the room.
All right. Got the two gooseneck cross members, 20 inches across, 20 inches across. Gooseneck ball is going to be in the center from there. And then also center of the bed, 59 inches, 59 inches. This is my next piece that I need to set. I'm going to set it tomorrow. I'm done for the night. Because this one is an important one, because this is where our fuel tank's going to go, and I need to make sure we're adequately spaced to put a fuel tank. I want a little bit over 100 gallons in that fuel tank. So I got to space it appropriately, that I have enough room. Also want from the front edge of this back should be right at 8.5 feet to here, to this back portion is where that should end up, 8.5 feet. So just need to take my time, set this right. Set this right. This is also where my headache rack's gonna kind of come and turn in, something like that. I'll bring my 2x6 to there and then angle it. And then the headache rack will come, something like that. Up, maybe up, and then slightly angle over. We'll see. It'll be there. Protect that. All right, that's it for tonight. This is, just so in case, we are Monday, November 24th, 2025 is the date that this all kind of got going. I mean, I did a little bit of work before, a lot of pre-work, but today we got started building. November 24th. First welds went on. Is the gas shut off? Yep. Is the welder turned off? Yep. All right, let's shut it down.